So I haven't really eaten stuff, a lot. I I tend to. I think I'm going to move my cat's thing in a different spot. I think I'll move it over here because I just can't stand it on my bed. It's so gross. My cat's food is on my bed because I have my husband's dogs will eat my cat's food up and he starves. So I put it on my bed with a towel and it's like, oh, it still smells gross. I can smell it all over. So anyway, I have an appointment over at Sunrise Hospital Friday at 3:30 and it can't be any sooner. I was put on a call list, so you call up and when you call up and you don't want to take your appointment, that appointment could go to me. So, I'm hoping to get in earlier than Friday. And if I could, that will be so lovely. I will love it so much. So now I don't have right now I'm still jobless. I will not sell ink. I will not sell ink to old people because I need money. All right. Lucky enough to get money out of my stock so I can put in my 6 months worth of insurance, pay my car note, and pay some stuff off. I am so broke still. So help the kitty. I gotta work on getting some stuff. I need a better picture, so I'm actually going to go out to the field and take a picture of the sign so I could put it on a mug or a t-shirt. My t-shirt, I want it to say, what happens in Pahrump goes on Facebook or social media. You can put Facebook behind it or whatever, it's like social media. Whoops. So I have a dilemma here. What happened was close to 3 months ago, I started having problems with just at first it wasn't noticeable or anything. And then I start feeling like just different. You can't explain it. You don't feel yourself, and you're going, "What's going on?" And you go to the doctor, and they do all the tests, and you're like, "I don't feel pregnant." When you feel pregnant, your breasts hurt. Um, you, I guess, shit. All I know is my breasts hurt when I was pregnant, and I had morning sickness really bad. Oh my God, both my kids, Natasha especially, I was really, really bad with morning sickness. I was always throwing up. So um, I have done pregnancy tests and everything, but I haven't done any recently. And I do have like a missed period, but they said in my age, they consider that the oncoming of getting old. And I'm like, and now my breasts are hurting, and I'm like I'm wearing a bra to bed, not because I'm forgetting, is because my breasts hurt so bad when it's like protects them. It's like cushions the girls. So now I still have the heartbeats. If you want to hear the heartbeats, I'm going to do that, but I still have the heartbeats. Um, yeah, and I exercise like close to 2 hours a day and walk and stuff. So the I don't like to show my stomach. It's like, yeah, I'm really picky. So, uh, uh, it's just my heartbeat. Because it's like 85. Okay, anything that is more than my heartbeat, but all right, there we go. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, there's like the heartbeats are really low. It shouldn't be that. It's like, wow. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, here it is. Okay. They do not like standing up. It's like, oh, it's 97. Yeah, they're like right here. Yeah, I still have the heartbeats. It's just they don't like it standing up. My sister, whatever, the tumors don't like me now standing up doing this. It won't do it. I have to do it laying down. It's real weird. And the tumors have moved up further. So I'm like, okay, I'm like really worried, to be honest. Can I have Mozart? Alexa, please play Mozart.
Shuffling songs by Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart on Amazon Music.
So I am worried in the fact that I don't know what's going on to my body and I'm not getting any answers. So I started a documentary where I'm talking on there and I'm saying all my things that I'm dealing with, my problems, how people are looking at me like I'm crazy. And I'm going, well, I got a stomach here and I'm like, I was close to like, I have a small middle. I don't have a big one. I worked really hard to get rid of what I had and I didn't have it. And now I have something growing. I mean, it's really, to me, I've been really scared. I am scared because, okay. Hi. So anyway, I'm really scared. So I didn't know what to do. Oh, I got my I got lots of clothes. That's the one thing that I got rid of my old clothes. So I got rid of so much old clothes. Like I just gave them away. It was just like size 16, size 22. And I felt so good. So then I'm like looking at my scale and I'm like, you know, I'm like, I don't I don't eat that much and I exercise and I watch, everything and I'm like, "Oh my god, I'm gaining weight? How is that?" So I cut down my calories a bit and up my exercise and I lost my couple pounds and I'm good to go. And now it's climbing up again and I'm still doing the same thing. I'm not eating late at night. I'm not going to bed with like whatever, and I'm still gaining weight. I mean, and it's not in my arms, leg. Well, actually, it's in my legs too. It's like on my. I just feel like it's really weird. So I put in for an appointment to see a doctor at Sunrise Hospital, and it's a really good doctor. So my insurance takes it, so they'll do lots of tests. So I'm like, okay. And I am scared. I'm not sounding like, but that's why I've been like, kind of like, bitchy and stuff. And I'm going, look, this is my life. What are you guys thinking? That one woman actually said, "Are you trying to get pregnant?" No, I'm trying to find out what the fuck's wrong with me. Your guys, the doctor at the ER, which I hope to God I never have to go to that ER here in Pahrump, said, I am going to tell you what you're going to. I go, why don't you just do an ultrasound? Guarantee you we'll find out what the fuck's wrong with me, And he's like, well, I'm going to put me in the big donut because it's very expensive. That's a $1,500 ride, by the way. Yeah, it's over $1,000. I think it's more than that, but I'm just putting a good guesstimation on that one because he put that out there first. I was to ride that big donut, and I really didn't. I really, wanted. And that's what gets me. I lived in Michigan and they had ultrasound machines all over. And here they act like it's a fucking commodity, like a third world country shit. Kid you not. This is like third world country. I had friends who went to Mexico get better service. I mean, like life-saving service where they're on vacation and they find out they could have died. Oh, if you hear, you that's a must hear. Because when I went to the ER, not only did they screw up on my arm and I had blood like I felt like I was a blood fountain over here. And then she finally gets it right. And when you move every time you move just a little bit and it hurts, you're like, okay, I waited a whole month. I just could not take it no more. My abdomen is getting bigger and I'm embarrassed now. To other people, they're like, oh, well, you're skinny anyway. That's not the point. The point is to catch it. What's going on here? Do I have something really life-threatening that I won't wake up? Hey, that's, I guess I'll finally get rid of, significant other, senior psychopath. But the whole point is, how bad is this? I would say, not economy, but the healthcare here just blows. I've been doing a documentary and not just one, every single person I have ever talked about said they either had to go somewhere else, like out of state or back home. Yeah, I'm almost tempted to go back to Detroit if I don't get the answers I want. I really want some answers and I want to know what's going on with me. I just have no idea what's going on with me and it really worries me. I need fucking prayers. I really do. And I know it sounds like cliche and all that shit, but babies, when I get a stomach that is starting to get hard, it's like, you got to see the side profile. It's the side that gets you. It's like, I had a really big pair of shorts that went up to here and it really showed everything. And it's like, it's just, it makes me want to cry. And it also makes me want to feel too embarrassed to go out. I just feel like, what is wrong with me, Pahrump? Could you tell me somebody? You don't even have to be in Pahrump. If you're a doctor and and it's like, okay, last weekend I got substantially bigger. And this weekend I got another new added bonus. I got sore breasts. And I'm like, well, is it connected to the breasts? They're not getting terribly big, but it's as if I'm going through two periods in one. It's like when I have a period, it's not that hurtful. It's tender, but not bad. This is like real tender, like, okay, I'm wearing my bras to bed because it causes when I move, I'm not going to hurt my boobs. And it's like that way. And this is my newest, occurrence of what's happening to me. And I'm like, oh shit. I'm just, what? I just feel like I'm falling apart quickly. I'm laughing, but inside I really want to scream and cry and I'm kicking and I'm going, what the hell's going on with me? God, you're there. I am the guru of like exercise back in the day, in the time I used to help run exercise, like do the classes and stuff like that. So this is what gets me. What the hell's going on with me? Where I get no answers. The ER doctor Fruit Loops on me and goes, go to the OBGYN 5 times. He's like, he really made it more known to go to the OBGYN, but because I had Dr. Fruitmaster and his sidekicks, Tweedledee and Tweedle Don't Do, um, it was a 4-hour stay of hell, and I was done for a month. It took me over a month, actually. I will be going back. It will be not there, but it will be over at sunrise, and it will be over a month. Because remember, I went on the first, and it will be, way further than the first. It'll be the 13th. Oh my God. It's going to be Friday the 13th. Holy crap shit. So I've been smoking weed and trying to feel a little bit better. I talk to friends of mine and they state the same thing. It could be a tubal if I'm not getting any positive, but they told me this: if your breasts start hurting, maybe you could take one of your tests and you could test your pee and find out what's going on. So tomorrow I'm going to take one of my tests. I'm going to test my pee, see if it's positive. And if it is, then I'm going to go and inform my doctor what's going on, because the only thing I'm missing is throwing up. I start throwing up. Oh yeah, that there is no doubt, because I had morning sickness with Devin so bad, and with my daughter just the same amount, just bad and nasty. I was projectile queen of America. I could have been in a horror show. It was that bad, and yes, I was miserable. So I now have a new added bonus, and the only way you can hear the heartbeats is I have to be laying down. So I'm going to make some videos of the heartbeats, just of me laying down and doing that. You can actually see it better on my phone, because my phone has a way better um, screen. So if you want to, please pray for me. Help me with my finances. I got my PayPal here. That would be great. I'm doing my self-documentary called Healthcare Out West. I'm not just going to put Pahrump on it. I'm going to actually state that out west, I've never had the worst healthcare ever, possibly on the face of the earth. And they should be embarrassed for being, so beautiful and so expensive and so crappy healthcare. Shouldn't be that way. Should not, really, for anybody. Should come out here, and you have to, what is it? So if you go back east, my dad died because the machine he needed was 2 blocks, 2 or 3, we'll just say 2 blocks away. And it would, he died because the clot went into his heart, because the machine was 2 blocks away and was 60 below zero. So you can have extremely good health care and crappy weather. So, I guess if you're meant to go, and this is what I said to family members, and I really didn't even want to believe it. If you're meant to go, you're meant to go. It doesn't matter if you got a doctor with every type of machine. You'll be taken back home, and that's the hard thing that I've had in accepting with my dad passing away. I always want to blame somebody else or say no, and it's like the reality is his time was up, and he luckily for him, I was able to get, with my inheritance, I was able to get still, oh God, third draft now of my divorce papers from Crappy Pants Paul. I mean, Crappy Pants. He complained his ass hurt, and I said, okay, fine. You want to sell the house? Sell the house. Woo! He wanted total control. I said, fuck, I told you to file first, because I'm paying for it. He did not want to file at all. He didn't want to get, he didn't want to get, away from me. So he made it hell. And that's why I'm young. So if you have questions, I will answer them. But I've been just hanging out, dealing with crappy pants, and had to call my lawyer. I didn't call him, I text his helper and I said, look, this is what's going on. And I really don't know, you know, yeah. See, your psychopath is, yeah, he's just angry and unhappy and whatever. So I did my half an hour work today, and I did my other exercises that are on my app. It's on my Better Me app. So my Better Me app is just an hour. It's over a little bit, an hour and 5 minutes about just exercising. And it's yoga, real easy peasy stuff. And I've been doing all this, and I said, wow, I should be feeling really good getting ready for swimsuit season. Oh God. I don't think I'm going to be able to make swimsuit season this year. And I worked my ass off. Literally, I look way better in the wintertime. It's like, God, you know, um, I'm really upset though. I'm not finding what is wrong. So these are my symptoms. I should put them down below. I'll do that when I get done here. What is wrong is I started off where I had a cute smell, and then it went away. And I still have this smell. That's why I want to move stuff around here. And it's like I'm just dealing with, uh, trying to get everything together. So what happened was I had that, and I just felt different in I guess you would say I would say ovaries area. I just felt different. And last month in April 1st, I went to the regular hospital, and then they closed up, and then I went to the ER, which was like, oh shit, 4 hours of wondrous wonders. Because you see, when I used to go over to like Henry Ford Healthcare Center, they have an eating place where you have like, a whole place where you put money in and you get like food out. You don't even got that here. Not even one with food that won't, that will stay until, the next millennial, so yeah. Well, let me go get something to drink here. So, yeah, I've been really bummed out because I work really hard on what I have, and it's I get no answers. So this week I get answers. So Friday, you will be hearing from Steffi and Omega, and getting some answers. I have two, not one but two, but one of the doctor's appointments is coming up, and I want to hear what's going on because I feel that there's something that it's starting to really scare me actually. And that's how bad this healthcare is. It's like it's not just really bad. It's like to the point where you're going, why didn't you just get a ultrasound? How hard is it? Shoot, I've never seen a hospital without an ultrasound. You guys got to at least have an ultrasound. Is it like for special anointed people or what, Because they used an ultrasound to show me the inside of my ovaries and how it looked. Let me tell you this. Do you ever see what, when you don't water your lawn and it has those cracks? That's what my ovaries used to look like. Yeah, the inside there had that, and you have like these balloons. Yeah. Okay, they do have one here. Okay. Well, Dr. Poopy Pants in ER on April 1st said no. Yeah. Yeah, I that's a different office, the different place. So I'm going to go there from now on, even if I have to wait a day. I've learned my lesson that ER, unless you are bleeding to death, is not the place I'm going. Mm-mm. I've had more bad memories of that place than I could shake a stick at. So yeah, that ER could go kiss my ass in more ways than one. I'm like 4 hours. I'm like, thank God. I usually when I go out and about, I put like energy bars in, not because I want to look cool and shit. It's because I get hungry. Most of the food that's out there has got high fructose corn syrup and all kinds of shit. So I've been eating. I'm trying to get. I've been eating these. I think they're so good. It's so bad. It's because I don't have to cook. You know. It's good. And that's what I've been trying to figure out what's wrong. So I'm like, sometimes I just sit there and I go, well, I'll just smoke weed. I'm not hurting nobody. I'm just sitting there smoking weed because I'm waiting for Dingle, senior psycho, to go and sign the papers. He goes, oh, it didn't have this and this. And I want, oh, God. Okay, we'll sell the house. You want to sell the house unless, my ebook is out today by Barbara Kowalski. And it says, How I Lost Weight and Ruined My Life. And I really, I've never expected to find the stuff that I did. He still says, oh no, we never had. But I know they had, because why in the hell would you be pulling your freaking pants? Never mind, I'm not going to get it. It is just the forever argument. I'm not going to go and get into it. Not worth it. So that's where I'm at now. And I'm been trying to still eat healthy and do all that, and I'm gaining weight because these things are heavy. I don't know what they are, but I'm gaining weight, and it just worries me that I have something that someone in ER didn't say, it kind of looks like this or whatever. No, I wait a month and I find out that in 2 weeks time, my stomach, you see, I got a big belly button. My belly button it's gross. I hate this, but it sweats. So I have to put deodorant in my belly button because it'll sweat. I haven't had to put deodorant in my belly button because it's no longer as deep as it used to be. And it worries me because when you take like I said, tomorrow I will take a test, and whatever it is, I will tell you. I will tell you guys what it is. I'll make a video and I'll just put it out, and I'll just say, hey, look, see, here's the test. It says plus or minus, and that's what I'll do. If it's minus, and I'll say I am going to the doctor this week, and I'll tell people of my choice and who are close to me what's going on. But it's really, I'm really scared, and I think that I'm going to go and I'm going to make my will up. It sounds sad, but I'm going to make my will up because the health care here in out west is so poor that I've been wondering for almost 3 months, close to 3 months now. I've been wondering what is wrong with me. Now, at first it was, well, I'm feeling, weirdness, and I'm starting to spot period, meaning I get a period 1 month and the next month I get a period. So I'm like, okay, now this month I get no period, but I got an added special feeling of breast tenderness, and I'm like, well, do I got like a multiple symptom? Do I have Do I have something that could be cancerous in my breast now? I'm like, what's going on? So yeah, a lot is going on in my imagination and thinking what could be going on, where if I had good health care, not excellent, shoot, that's back out east. Good health care where people care and they go, let's try to find out, what's going on here so we can figure out what's going on. Is it a tubal pregnancy or is it not a pregnancy? They made out at the ER like I was some crazy, person trying to get pregnant or something. I'm like, no, I want to find out what the fuck was wrong with me. I mean, now my abdomen is growing. Hello, aliens. I mean, is there an alien patch baby in here? I don't know. That's the whole point. They didn't even use the you know equipment that I asked them to. No, the doctor told me he knew what was wrong. But then he said to me, you need to go to an OBGYN. And he said it not just once, but he said it 5 times because his nurse kept pulling him out and saying, we need you for something else. And I'm like, what the hell? Interruptions and stuff that should not have been. This is a very important thing. I should have been told if there's something looking like babies, or why would you tell me? Why would a doctor tell me to go to OBGYN when I could go to any doctor who can use an ultrasound equipment? Why would I need that? And that's what my friend has said. Well, just go to OBGYN. So I got a appointment this week for that too. I'm hitting 2 birds with 1 stone. I am just so tired of waiting and finding out if I'm, dying. It sounds bad, but that's how bad the healthcare is. The healthcare is so bad that it is. It makes me like think, God, they talk about third world countries. Baby, it's right here, honey. The healthcare is just absolutely horrendous. Really. Healthcare USA, oh, it's just, yeah. I got a shadow of my own person here. So, yeah, I'm kind of bummed. And now I'm getting headaches. I'm getting lots of headaches. I don't know why I would be getting, I'm not a family of headacheers or, Hi, Terry. So now, in 2 days, my ex should be signing my divorce creed. Weeks, I should be divorced. Like my friend James and all his family has said, if he signs, because he'll look at it again and he'll say, but I need this changed. He'll look at it again. So I need to know when he gets it. And I've been having an itchy nose. Somebody's been thinking about me. So people have been thinking about me. It's a good thing because I need the prayers. I need a miracle to find out what is wrong with me because I have sleepless nights and now my body's just falling apart as I talk here right now. Oh shit. So I've have no idea what's going on with me. I have my stomach has started to grow, or it would be like, what is happening. It would be nice to hear the truth. So I am now been I'm going to write a living will for my kids. So if I find out I have a fast acting cancer, that it would be taken care of, because I'm like thinking, well, that's the only thing I could come up with. I'm sorry, guys, I don't mean to throw that out, but if like if the shoe fits, the whole thing is whatever I have, I hope they could take it out, because I'm like, what the hell it is. Is it cancerous? Is it a tumor? Is it cyst? I've never seen a cyst get this big. I mean, this is like what um, is being said, that it's a tumor. And I'm like really been upset and scared and thinking that I am going to die because of this. And people go, "Oh, you're overreacting." Overreacting. My stomach is 6 inches bigger than what it was last fucking month. Okay? That is a big deal. What is growing in there? Hello? You know? You hear about all these stupid people and they never watch what their bodies are doing, and then they go on the toilet and then they have a baby and you wonder why they have babies, or why people, go, well, they have a 50-pound tumor growing on them. Why? Well, they're in America. That's why they're here out west. That's why. Duh. That's why people have babies in toilets now, because they don't have doctors. They just have pharmacists. Think about it. They'd rather give you a pill and send you on your way, and then now once a year you come in and get reevaluated if you need a new pill or if that pill isn't working. They see me, they go, "Oh, shit." I'm going to be writing them down, all my fun stuff that I have going on with my ass, because I'm so tired of hearing if I'm trying to get pregnant. And I don't know how to say this, but my plastic penis can't get me pregnant. Really, it can't get me pregnant. So why is, I don't know. But this has been going on for close to 3 months, since late February. And there's no explanation. So in that sense, does anyone have any other ideas? Because I even looked at the idea of maybe I had like a even to the point of thinking, what if I ate something and it had like a microscopic worm and it grew big? I even thought that. The heartbeat thing is weird as all can be. It is like the weirdest thing ever. I could not believe it. So yeah, my life is not too exciting. I just stay inside because it's like I'm almost too embarrassed to even go out. It's like I just feel very how can I say, I feel very just about my stomach and everything. Even though people look at it, they go, "Well, it's not that big," but I had a tiny. Jesus Christ, the doctors here are just horrible. I really hate going to the doctors here. I had a really good doctor, and then I haven't seen him in a while, and I'm thinking to myself, well, now I'm like hoping that I can get this other doctor, and it's like I'm like, what do I have to do? You know. So now I'm to that point, I'm getting ready where I'm going to be going to, seeing the doctor. And it's like, okay, the only thing I had that I took with birth control pills, because I was told, and I tell people this, I was told that the only way I could ever get pregnant ever would be the act of God. That's by 3 different doctors, 3 different places. I had Dr. Asshole Buns. He's He's so old that when he farts, he calls up the Discovery Channel. That doctor's so old. Yeah, he needs it. He needs to like quit. All right. He wanted to give me he wanted to scoop me out and call it a day. He said, because it'll make your life so much easier. He said, it will not only make it easier, and this is verbatim, you'll live freer and stuff. And I'm like, the hell is this ass job? My grandmother told me if a man tells you, a doctor, to go get a hysterectomy. Hi, Bojangles. Hi, Bo. To get other opinions because this is something you can't get back. You know, it's not like it's the same thing with hair, but hair grows back. You can't get that back. So my grandma said, get second and third opinion. So I did. I went to my doctor and I said, look, here's the paperwork. He just started. So I had him for 2 years. So I know it was 2 years ago. He read the paperwork and said, no, it would be an act of God if you got pregnant, but you have a 1% chance. And I will, order you, prescriptions if you wanted. And they did order me prescriptions, but they ordered the wrong kind. And they were, it's a couple years ago. It was just like we were going through a lot of certain things, so I had to wait a while. So I went over to the Planned Parenthood, and they had what I needed. So I talked to that doctor in Vegas, and it was a lady. She read the paperwork. She said the exact same thing, almost verbatim, that it would be an act of God in order for me to get pregnant. An act of God. She said, and you do have about a 1% chance. And I got the pills. I bought the pills, thought, okay, cool. I'm all covered. I'm good. So that's why I didn't even put out, I could be pregnant, but you go, well, I'm having this and this, but I don't have this and this, which in order to, I consider be pregnant, you have to at least be having morning sickness and you have breast tenderness right off the bat is what I'm thinking. I don't know what's going on, but this weekend I have now been living in my bra and I changed them out because I have more than one, thank God. And I'm like, they're like they keep my girls safe from they've been tender and stuff. So I'm thinking, well, maybe I have a different source, or maybe I'm going to start my period soon, that type of thing. So I'm like not knowing what to do. What got me is the heartbeats, and I can only hear them now while laying down. And that's something new. I used to hear them while standing up, so now it's only laying down. And I don't know why cysts would have heartbeats or tumors would have heartbeats. That's just weird. I mean, I'm talking like I'll go one heartbeat's here, and then I go, that's my heartbeat, and I go, that's another heartbeat. It's a whole different heartbeat. And it's really weird. It's like, wow, I got tumors or cysts with heartbeats. And it worries me. It worries me so much that the health industry is so horrible out here. It's so horrible that a person worries. And I am not joking. I am going to go to I'm going to go to where I bank and go, I need to get somebody to say that it's me, it's signing this. I'm going to have a living will, and this is what I'm going to make, because I'm not doing it to be negative. I'm doing it because I don't know what the fuck's wrong with me. I don't know what's wrong. I have the healthcare out here is so horrible, so third world. It is so crappy that I'm sitting here after 3 months, close to 3 months of begging, asking, pleading. Could I have an ultrasound? Could I have something going on? Could someone help me? And I get zero. So after last month's little 5-hour fun trip, it was an hour over at the other place on Loop Road, and then it was over here on the ER another 4 hours of fun, and I got poked and I bled all over, and they just kind of put it there, and yeah, it hurt like hell. And every time you just barely touch it, hurt. 4 hours of that. And then you're just waiting around, and you get a doctor who just tells you, a bunch of times, go to the OBGYN, and you have ovarian cysts. You have two really big ones, he said. I got two really big ovarian cysts. That's what I was told by a doctor who said that I should go to the OBGYN 5 times, at least five. He was like telling it all the time, and I'm like, what the hell? Are we playing Clue here? Oh, it's Clue. This is so much not fun, and it's like, really? Is this the healthcare system that they were talking about when I was in high school? How many of you were into the science? And my dad dropped me off at the science center, and they had this guy, and he talked about all the stuff that would be around for tomorrow. And one of the things he talked about was the longevity of life and able to give birth longer, which was weird. And then he talked about cars that hovered above the ground. And then he talked about a lot of things that we don't have now. And he talked about how wonderful the healthcare will be almost free because people will be so healthy. Boy, was that further from the truth. All these wonderful things that would happen, longer lifespans and stuff. And I think that our lifespans actually get shorter. All the stress of everybody, and then we have the other stressors. And it's like my friend said, and I said to my lawyer, I have issues with my health right now, and I'm really scared. I really think that something, is not right. And you're looked at like a flippin' idiot. You're an idiot. And you're like, no, I just want to know what the hell's wrong with me. My abdomen is growing essentially. 6 inches is a lot for fucking me. I am not a big person. And it's like, what the hell is going on? I have, and now, back pain. Oh, the back pain, it's like half my back feels like shit. Half of it right here. It ends right here, and I feel good. My back fucking hurts. My breasts are tender now. Um, I haven't thrown up, so I'm pretty good on that. But it's like I am just not in the mood to be hearing some dickwad telling me, "Oh, I don't need to do the ultrasound. I'm Jesus Christ. You're a fuckwad." And that's why I didn't look at him as a doctor. I'm looking at him like an idiot. I'll never go back to that ER. I'd rather die than to go to that flipping ER because of that doctor. So, yeah, I'm not a happy camper. And I'm trying to figure out how to sleep. So I'm like even trying to figure out to even sleep here because my sleep has been not very restful at all. I get in a position and it doesn't work, and I'm just not in the happiest of, yeah. I just want to know what is going on. What aliens am I having in my body that I'm having to deal with? Yes, it does. You're right. That's right. And I'm making a uh, documentary on how bad it is because I have friends who actually live in not New Mexico, Mexico, or they go on vacation out in all over where there's third world countries, and they get better health care. Go figure. And I talk about that. I talk about the place on Loop Road is absolutely wonderful. They treat you really good. They just didn't want to give me the help that I needed, which would be an ultrasound, because somebody else needed it, and I should have waited till the next day and come back later because it just wasn't worth going to the ER and dealing with assholes. I was not in the mood for that at all after dealing with that. So yeah, I am doing a documentary called The West. Healthcare in the West is the worst. And that's how I feel about that. I'm sure there's healthcare elsewhere, in certain parts of the country are just as bad or worse. But when you have a problem that's been going on for 3 months and they're looking at you going, well, it's only 6 inches, or, last month it was 3 inches. I'm like, look, it's 3 inches. My belly button is starting to actually pop out. Hello? What's going on? Ultrasound, no one gives a flying fuckaroonie. And that's how you feel. You got doctors who really need to get off the rack. They need to get into reality, and people don't just want pills handed to them. I want more than well, it's just this. And you're going, well, my two, what he said, cysts are substantially big, have turned into something bigger, I think, and really are hurting. Because it's not just when I have gas, it's just like, it's just weird. Okay. I'm in pain. So we're ending here, and by the time you see me, I will have the answer of what's going on. And we will be either I will be bitching again or we'll be celebrating, but we will be talking about healthcare, and we will be talking about how people get misdiagnosed all the time here in Pahrump and all in Nevada. I would say even in California. It health Being healthy should not be something when you strive for it and you're trying to ask for questions, you should be given answers. So by Friday, I should really know. Oh, trust me, I will know. So I will tell you guys. I will also make a special video for everybody. Okay. And I love you guys. Help me out. I have down below my PayPal account, and I am going to get going. My back is really hurting, actually, and I'm just in I'm I'm in a lot of pain. I, I'm kind of bummed and stuff. But everyone, thank you for coming to my show. Mwah.